So, let me tackle the elephant in the room first. Let's get this out of the way before I get into anything else. So, the CGI. Is it good? Is it bad? Yes, it is bad. But is it enough to call this entire episode trash? Is it enough to wipe your hands clean of Golden Kamuy and say that this is a bad anime adaptation and you should not watch it? I would personally say no. And all day today, all I have been hearing from everybody when I was asking how this would be, or I was saying like how was Golden Kamuy, many were telling me that the CGI was bad. That's the only real thing I got out of anybody mostly today when it came to Golden Kamuy. Many said the CGI was terrible. And as soon as I heard this, I was like, oh god, is this gonna be full CGI like, how Berserk is? I was getting kind of scared. I was like, I've heard so many good things about Golden Kamuy. I was like, am I gonna be extremely disappointed? Am I gonna be just upset and having to make like a video just showing my hatred for the first episode? And so I went into the first episode actually with very low expectations, expecting it probably to look very bad, expecting it to be absolute trash. But when I did watch it, I was just like, looks good. What's everybody complaining about? I'm like, CGI, it's regular art animation. It's nothing terrible. I was just puzzled by why I saw so many complaints when the opening of the episode to the mid part of it and even towards the end, it was an incredibly good episode. Yes, there was CGI, like with the bear and the dog, but it was nothing like Berserk, and it was nothing like other shows I have watched over the years that just completely take me out of the experience. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that the CGI was good. I'm just saying it's not as bad as everybody is saying. And my mind is blown right now. I feel like everybody's blowing it out of the water when it comes to the CGI bear and even the dog for this episode. And from what I have heard from manga readers is that this perfectly adapted majority of the content from the first 2 chapters. Yeah, you heard me. This episode adapted 2 chapters, apparently. Not like, Tokyo Ghoul Read that adapts 6 chapters first episode and also expects you to read the entire first half of the series without any anime that properly established anything, while also skipping details with the first episode. So, I don't understand why people are complaining about Golden Kamuy. I have no idea. I'm at a loss right now, because, honestly, if I had to deal with a couple of CGI cognes and all that, and it was perfectly adapted, I would be jumping for joy. I'd be happy. I mean, even if Berserk was fully CGI, but had a proper story, I would still be happy with it. And I just don't understand why people are complaining right now. I really don't. I mean, I guess it's became a common thing in the anime community. If it has CGI, it automatically means it's bad, which I don't think is a good mentality to have in the first place. I understand CGI can be off-putting to where you don't want to start a show. I understand that. It's the same argument with art and animation. If you don't like the certain art style, you might not want to start the show. Ping Pong the Animation is a perfect example of this. But what I'm saying is I believe before everybody starts knocking this series and saying it's bad just because of one little quick CGI scene with a bear, just watch the episode. Okay? Just take it for what it is and just look at the entirety of the episode instead of just one little scene. Okay, now that I got that out of the way. Sorry, forgive me. I needed to get that off my chest because I've been seeing it a lot today and I just feel like it's not that bad. So Golden Kamuy is a series I have heard about for a while now. I have heard here and there throughout me being a YouTuber and reviewing a lot of manga, reviewing anime. Many have mentioned and told me, Chibi, you need to read Golden Kamuy. I've seen this mentioned to me a while ago. It's been a constant thing here and there. Not like every single day, but I have heard the name Golden Kamuy here and there throughout like the year or two, and I'm just like, I know about it. When I heard it was getting an anime announcement, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. I mean, it could be bad, it could be good, but I'm excited to see it because I've heard so many good things, and so I decided to just wait on the manga and see how the anime version would be. Now, obviously, the anime could have turned out terrible, and it might have led me to reading the manga. Maybe I will still read the manga eventually, but for now, though, I heard about it, and I was waiting for the anime to come around because I've heard so many good things from manga readers telling me that it's a series I personally would definitely like, because I think by now many of you kind of have a good, understanding of what I like and what I really don't like when it comes to anime and manga, and so I expected this to probably be an enjoyable series for me. So, after the first episode aired, obviously, I'm gonna go watch it. So, I watched the first episode, like, less than an hour ago, and I want to say right now, I think it was very good, met my expectations, and I want to be honest here, I went into the series blind. I didn't really even know what to expect at all. I even said this in my What I Will Watch for Spring of Anime 2018. I said that I didn't really know anything. I wanted to go into it completely blind, not knowing what to expect. I knew it was a seinen, but I didn't really know anything else. So I wanted to see how it was going to be, and I think that was the best way to handle it. I actually enjoyed everything that I got from the first episode. So, many of you, probably the first time you're hearing Golden Kamuy, so you're probably asking, what is it about? What is Golden Kamuy about? Is it worth the watch? Now, despite the CGI stuff, which I'm not going to get back into, the main story or plot from what I can get from the first episode, it's mainly themed around treasure hunting. Our main male character and this Ainu girl, which is actually an Indian. Just a little bit of tidbit of information for you. Ainu is like the equivalent of Indians in America. And they're like native, people that was a part of Japan. So I just wanted to kind of establish that. The reason how I know about Ainu in the first place is because in Tokyo Ghoul, the Ainu was mentioned quite a few times to make a comparison to Arima. And Ashita did a poem and all sorts of things, directed towards Arima, that was, being compared to the people of Ainu and stuff. So, I'm just saying, that's kind of how I have a little bit of an understanding when I was looking into more with TG and stuff. But, getting back on topic, though, anyways, we have this little Ainu girl, we have our main male character, and their main job, or what they want to set out to do, is to treasure hunt. There's this, lot of gold hidden somewhere. Nobody really knows where it's at, but they need the gold to be able to, have their own, little objectives completed. For instance, the main male character, he has his best friend that died in the Russian-Japanese War, and his best friend left his wife with him. It's could you please help out my wife? Can I trust you to help out my wife when I'm long gone? And so the main male character is deciding to figure out a way to make money for he could help out his best friend's wife and allow her to get proper medical treatment for her eyes, for she can actually see and raise their child. So it's a very sad story in a way, the way that starts off. The whole reason why he wants money in the first place is to be able to help out his friend's wife. And while the little Ainu girl, she is someone that wants to get back and get revenge for her family. Basically the person that, kind of did everything wrong to everybody, lied to them about the treasure and all of this, killed off everybody's family. The little Ainu girl is going to be getting back at helping our main MC find the treasure. The thing is, though, is the Ainu girl, she actually doesn't want to get her hands dirty. She doesn't want to kill people. And so the main male character, he is the one that's going to be getting his hands dirty, for she doesn't have to, which makes for a very interesting dynamic. Now, besides all of that, though, there is a little bit more information to this. So apparently, there is these traditions or whatever, these bears and stuff. These bears are in the Ainu's myth or their legends. They believe bears that eat people, they are evil gods, and they're cursed and all that, and they will not eat or sell any of their meat or whatever because they're evil gods. And this is stuff you would see in natural Indian culture and stuff like that, or probably Ainu culture. So I was like, this is pretty fascinating, little details here and there. Now, despite the plot seem a little bit basic, it does have some very appealing aspects when it comes to the MC. The main male character, I like his attitude. He's very, how can I say this? He's not like a typical MC that's either shy or stupid. He is a very intelligent character, just judging by the way he acts. But at the same time, though, he seems to be very aggressive. He is someone that will not listen to chain of command properly. Apparently, when he was in the army or whatever, he attacked one of his superior officers. So it shows that he doesn't really listen well to chain of command because of certain orders that are given. But at the same time, he is intelligent to be able to handle even a grown bear and take it down in this episode. So he is definitely not, let's say, stupid by any means. From a normal MC perspective, he's not stupid. He definitely knows how to handle certain things that are thrown his way. And as for the main female character, the Ainu girl, she also is, she's very intelligent. She definitely knows her way around hunting and stuff compared to, how our MC does. She has wisdom that he has no idea, what to do. For instance, hunting bears, about the tattoos, people of the Ainu, all of that. She has things and knowledge that, he needs from her, and that's why he needs her to be his partner. So that's pretty much it when it comes to, what the first episode is about. Now, art and animation, despite CGI, let's not even focus on CGI, because I already talked about that at the beginning of the video. The art and animation, It's not the best. Like, it's not the best art. It's not the best animation I have personally ever seen, but I don't expect movie quality, okay? I don't expect movie quality, especially from a new studio. Yeah, this studio that is working on Golden Kamuy, apparently, is a new studio. They've only made, like, 4 or 5 anime series, and that's really not a lot in their portfolio for, like, their the record of what they have made. I mean, you look at other studios like JC Staff, A1 Pictures, Ufotable, you look at these other big studios and stuff, then you know that they made a lot of anime. While this new studio, they really haven't made a whole lot. This is like one of their first few anime they've made. They even made Kokoku. So if you remember Kokoku from the last season, they're also making Golden Kamuy. Just saying. But, anyways, Golden Kamuy, I think art animation, it's acceptable. I mean, it's nothing phenomenal, but it's acceptable, and the music as well is definitely lively, and I think the music is probably one of the best aspects of the episode, besides the story. Now, is it worth watching? That is the question to ask. Personally, I say yes. I say it is definitely worth a watch, just because of how it got me into it. Now, if CGI really bugs you that much, I guess don't watch it. But I definitely say that this is one of the stronger shows from Spring of Anime 2018, and has a lot of potential to be a fabulous series that could stand out amongst everything else, and it's also on a Monday. And when it comes to Monday shows, there's really not a whole lot of good Monday shows nowadays, and I would say that it's definitely worth, filling in the gap. I mean, there's a lot of chapters that come out on Monday. I mean, we have Tokyo Ghoul, we have Taizai, Promised Neverland now, and I mean, if you throw in Golden Kamuy and all that, you'll have an anime to watch alongside that. So it'll be a very good Monday. It'll be kind of a packed Monday, but it'll be an enjoyable Monday nonetheless. So I think give it a shot. If you want something new, if you want a seinen, you want something a little bit more mature and gritty than normal shows, then give it a shot. Speaking of gritty, there is a lot of violence in this series, which that surprised me the most, I think, out of everything, actually. The beginning of the episode starts off with a war, with Russians versus Japanese, and the main male character has a lot of violent scenes, and I was just surprised that they weren't really censored. Maybe they were. Maybe it was extremely censored, and maybe it's completely different or whatever from the manga, but from looking at it as an anime only, it looked like there wasn't a whole lot of censorship going on, which I do truly appreciate that. Now, I don't blame a studio for censorship. That I will not blame a studio for that, because that's just a thing. It's mandatory. That's just what they have to do. They have to abide by the laws and stuff of TV, broadcasting systems. I understand that. I'm just saying I didn't notice many censors in this first episode, so that is definitely a plus. So I'm going to end it there. How do you all feel about the first episode of Golden Kamuy? Do you think it is good? Do you think it's worth a watch? Be honest in the comments below, and if you've yet to watch it, give it a shot. You might like it. So I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. Chibi out.